In this video, I want to show you how to work cables without a cable needle. When you're working cables without a cable needle, you're effectively maneuvering the stitches on the needle before you ever actually knit them. We're going to show this with just a 2x2 cross cable, and the first one I'm going to show you is a left cross cable. So these first two stitches will be in front and the next two will be behind. When you're working cables without a cable needle, it's usually best on smaller cables, because once the cables get too big, what you find is it just becomes a lot more difficult to maneuver the stitches off the needle. So our first stitch here is just a purl stitch, and then the next two we're going to go and pull to the front of the work. Do that by putting my finger on them here, my thumb, at the front of the work, slipping them off, those two stitches. If you've got very slippy yarn, you can actually even let go of the stitches at this stage, because they'll just kind of hold themselves there. If your yarn is slippier, or if you're of a more nervous disposition, you might just keep your finger on them so they don't go anywhere. Now the next two, I'm going to move from my left to my right needle. You see I'm doing it purl-wise, as I'm just slipping them right over and not twisting them. And now I'm going to go grab those first two original stitches that were sitting here at the front of the work. First one, be careful you actually get it all the way on. And then my second one right here. So those ones have gone back onto my left needle. And then the ones that I slipped over, I'm going to move these ones back. Now you can actually see that the 4 stitches have been rearranged, and so we've got those stitches leaning towards the left before we ever actually work them. This also means that you've actually can see if it's going to be leaning the right way before you work it, and you can correct it if you've made a mistake with the cable at this stage. So that's how you do a 2x2 left cross cable.